Under Armour and good running shoes. That's something I never thought I'd ever see. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see and also read from the title, I am reviewing a running shoe, and it has been a while since I've done one. I think we're talking 2015 when I did a shoe review, and that was for the Pegasus. So it has been a while, so I might be a bit rusty. So with the shoes that I own, I've always felt like I'm a bit behind in terms of models. So I've wanted to do a shoe review, but by the time I come to do it, the new models come out. So I've always been a bit left behind. But with these have only been out since August. I thought I'd jump in while they're quite popular. And it's these. It's the Under Armour Charged Bandit 3 running shoes. And these have completely blown my mind. So the shoes are for neutral runners, so if you require structured and support shoes, these aren't going to cut it for you, I'm afraid. They're weighed at 259 grams for the boys and 211 grams for the girls. There's a heel to toe drop of 8mm and the width is standard. Okay, there's so many things I love about these shoes, and also there's a few dislikes as well, but I'll start with the basics. So one of the things I love about this shoe is the lightweight circular knit material that the shoes come with. It's the first time that I've had this before, so it's totally opened my eyes with how good this material is, because I thought that it was just a trend, it was a fashion statement, and I thought it would die out eventually, but I can see why brands are starting to jump on the bandwagon with this material, because it actually does work. So not only is it breathable, so if you've got sweaty feet, this is going to help, but also the level of strength that it has. So when I've ran downhill, particularly really steep downhills, or turn a sharp corner, there's not been that doubt in my mind where my toe is going to pop out or the material is going to rip. It's so strong that it actually offers a level of give, so it's just enough to get around that corner, get down that hill without perishing the shoes. And the way that it felt on my feet, there's been no signs that's going to happen in the future. I like to get a good level of mileage out of these shoes, so if I can get 200 miles or 300 miles out of these, happy days. Then there's the upper, which I've seen a lot of reviewers complain about the lacing system, and also how there's the lack of more lace holes, which I don't get. When I've had this shoe on, laced up and gone out, I've felt perfectly fine and locked down enough where I'm not going to slide left and right or up and down. It just feels right. It feels so comfortable, and I don't want to have that additional lockdown feeling that's going to hurt my foot, especially when it's like, you know, from midfoot to toe when I'm pushing off. I don't want to have a sore foot or feel like it's agitating us, so I'm happy with how the upper's constructed. Then there's the tongue, which is totally unique, and I've never seen this on a running shoe before. I've seen the Charged Bandit too, so I have seen it before, but I've never experienced it before. So with normal running shoes, there's the traditional, you know, the loophole for your pulling up of your tongue, and then it kind of like sits away from your foot almost. Sometimes it can rest. This one's built in within the shoe, and it kind of lies on top of your ankle, so it kind of like fits to your foot. Now you're probably thinking it's going to cause irritation, it's going to be bothersome, but I've not noticed anything whatsoever. As long as you've got like some decent trainer socks on or some over the ankle trainer socks, you're fine. You don't notice it. But I mean, there's some issues with the tongue inside here where it kind of like folds inwards and it does rub it on the inside of your foot. But that's only when I've not been running. When I've been running, I've not noticed it. So maybe Under Armour can address that in the 4th generation, where the tongue can be adapted to just sit on top of your foot inside rather than like fold inwards. Then there's the midsole. So Under Armour have got their charged cushioning system built within the shoe. So not only is it designed to produce a good level of comfort, but it's also designed to produce a good level of responsiveness at the same time. In particular, when you do your speedy sessions or your quick races. Then you've got the antimicrobial sock liner inside, so it's designed to mold to your feet. I think pretty much all running shoes do these days, which it's done it quite quickly, if I'm honest with you. And also, it's designed to get rid of all the bacteria inside the shoe as well. So then you've got the heel, which is weird and unique and unorthodox for a heel cup, because I've never experienced or seen this really in a running shoe. I know with traditional running shoes, it kind of like travels up to support the back of your ankle and your Achilles. But with this, even though it does look weird, and it does look off, and it does, well, it doesn't really look like a running shoe, really, does it? I've got to say, they haven't bothered me whatsoever. You're probably thinking that it's going to cause irritation, blisters, injury. No, I'll admit I did have a bit of bother at the start, but I kind of got over it, and they're fine. In fact, one of the best things about this is when you go up hills in particular, it doesn't allow your heel to slip out. Some shoes, I know it might be a sizing issue, some shoes have let my heel slide out, and I've kind of been put off and not be able to focus running up the hill properly. These have kept the heel in place, and I've been able to maintain a good level of speed and power up the hill without any problems whatsoever. Lightweight, great level of responsiveness. They look good. I'm not a look after shoes, but I would imagine that people like to look good in their running shoes. Lots of colours available at the same time. Perfect for slipping on and running. So the minute you buy the shoes, you can just get out and run with them. You don't really have to break them in as much, although I probably would advise you do, but perfect plug and play shoe. It's the heel cup, which it does take some getting used to, but once you do, you kind of forget that it's there, and it's also great for supporting your heel. Inside on the tongue, it does curl under and it does rub up and down, and you do notice it, but I'd imagine that can be fixed for the next generation. And finally, the outsole. I know I've not talked about it, but the outsole, it's not bad, it's great actually, when it's dry and you're on flat conditions, but when it comes to damp hills and wet conditions, it's not great. I've had times where I have slipped and lost grip. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. I don't think it's a great wet running shoe. It's definitely better as a dry running shoe. Overall, these are a great little running shoe for running quick. It's definitely a speed shoe, and best of all, these are very cheap. They're about 50 quid, possibly cheaper if you look online hard enough. I got these for 36, and perfect. These are my favourite running shoes to run in at the minute. I can't see myself turning down the 4th generation when they come out, but if you're looking for a shoe to really run quick and get the need for speed, then this is it. This is the shoe that you need to take a look at. And there we have it. There's a shoe review done. I hope it's helped. If you think about getting these shoes, let us know in the comment section below, or if you've already got a pair of running shoes, what do you think of them? Are they good? Are they bad? Is there anything that I've missed? Again, comment section below. I'm hoping to get the next review done in the next couple of weeks, which is the gel Keanos from Asics, so fingers crossed I can get that out fairly soon. If you liked this video, hit that like button, give it a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it if you did, and if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. So I will see you very soon.